When I started with Project Moon, it was my editor Mons that got me into the game. He said things like, "What do you have to lose?" And so I broke down and tried the game. However, when it came to Lobotomy Corporation, it was you guys out there, all of the Glory to Project Moon guys, that came in and told me that I had to play the older titles. I was told I couldn't understand the world if I didn't play this game, so after a month of hearing the demands of the multitudes, I broke down and played the game. So, what are my first thoughts after stepping back in time to try Project Moon's first game? Is it as good as Limbus Company? Is there anything bad about it? But first, let's talk about how my chaotic first few hours changed my experience with Lobotomy Corp. Alright guys, I'll be honest about this. I have only really put about 22 hours into this game so far. So while I've gotten into my first playthrough decently, I haven't found much that I would claim to be bad. But in complete transparency, I normally wouldn't play games like this particular one in my average daily life. However, with the community making it a joint run, with all of you coming in and giving your build ideas for your nuggets, it has made the game very enjoyable. I said all that, so if something comes off as a lack of game style knowledge, you guys will know why. So, where do I start? There are very few bad things about this game, and most are just slight complaints, more along the level design for the most part. It's just really hard to see what's going on in that massively zoomed out map. In fact, the game that this one reminds me the most of would be the Fallout Vault game, which I had a similar gripe about when others showed me themselves playing the game. So I don't think I'm the only one here who has this particular issue with the game. Yes, I know you can zoom in, but like, still, in order to see everything that's going on, you have to be massively zoomed out. Soon I'll be talking about the three main aspects I really liked about the game. So, to be perfectly clear with you guys, I think the expectation of a perfect play on stream is what drives me the craziest in this game. There's not too many bad things with the game, but due to the Project Moon allegations around raiding, I fear messing up too badly in front of the group of you that show up to my streams. And if I was playing this on my own time, I think I'd be killing nuggets off left and right, just to see the different animations. And on top of that, you monsters have given me a sinking sense of trepidation for whatever Purple Noon is going to be. When I first got into this community, you guys seemed to be so accepting and nice. But when I started playing this game, your masks started to slip a bit. And I somehow didn't notice the strings you had attached until it was too late. You guys are evil masterminds. Good job. I applaud you for that. But that also causes a good turnabout, so it's your turn to applaud me by liking the video, and don't forget to subscribe. You know you want to. Now that we have both given praise to each other, it's time to give praise to Project Moon. This game, like the other game of theirs that I have played, has a compelling story that keeps you working through the days, clocking in just to see what the AIs will say to you, as you continue to upgrade the corporation's buildings and expand your workforce of nuggets. Now I say AI, but guys, I'm starting to get a sneaking suspicion that they're just kind of brainwashed people, like the memory wipe people. You know, like what happened to the sinners in Canto 4, just reprogrammed, if you will, to better serve Lobo. But I'll have to circle back on that when or if I'm proven right. While the game doesn't have amazing graphics, the style that the Nuggets have and the different ego suits and weapons you can equip to them just gives the game a little bit of personality that a lot of these style of manager games don't really have. It's almost like Sims fused with SCP and then added on a massive amount of unit manager into the mix, with how much emotion that each nugget has. For those of you who don't play the game, these tiny little guys that you send to interact with the Eldritch horrors you are casually keeping in your building are called nuggets, and they're pretty neat. In fact, not only does my editor, hi again Mons, have one in my run named after him, but so does like 8 other people who like to watch the live stream. Look at them all interacting. Unlike other games that I have played, I actually am invested in the story of this particular game. And no, it's not just because I'm playing it for the channel. So far, I've met several interesting characters like Angela, Hod, Netsach, Malkoth, Ysold, and a mysterious man that seems to know something I do not, simply going by the letter B. Each character has their own personality and is in charge of a different section of the facility, while Angela seems to just watch over the overarching health of the whole facility. She tends to creep me out the most. However, I've never liked the "I'm so smart" archetype character in media due to the fact that normally their plans are truly stupid when you look at them for more than 2 seconds, like looking at you, Light Yagami. It also seems like the one character that most of you guys like the most is Netsach here. And the only reason I can come by is because he's a pessimist. If I'm wrong, let me know, guys. I truly don't know why else you guys love him so much. I have only upgraded his sector once though, so that might be on me. So now guys, let's talk about my conclusion after playing this game for 2 weeks. In summation, is the game good? Is it better than Limbus Company? And did you make it this far in the video? Well, I can only answer the first 2 questions. And to it being a good game, I can't say it's not a good game. Like I said, it keeps me engaged with good characters, great story, and a great community that likes to torture me just for fun. Now, is it better than Limbus Company though? With both games being in their very own style of gameplay, I'd have to give the edge to Limbus for its combat style and being able to see what's going on the screen at any given time. It's still Project Moon who made the game in the end, and you know what that means? Again, the story is fire and keeps you focused. The only reason I say Limbus is better to me is because of personal preferences to combat style, but I could see why you guys would give in to Lobo. Oh, and I'll give Lobotomy Corporation the edge on the atmospheric sounds, and then blow it back up with Limbus Company in favor for its music design. But well, I might be wrong because I barely played the game. So if you want to see me changing my opinions in real time, I'll be streaming LobCorp again here on YouTube every Monday until the game is finished. But in no way is Lobotomy Corporation a bad game. In fact, just like with Limbus, I will beat the game, hopefully in less than the 400 hours some people said it took them. Oh god, 400 hours in this game might actually break me, guys. Well guys, did I piss any of you off? Am I dumb for making a first impressions video at day 14 of this game? Some of you have told me I'm only a fifth of the way through the game, but to me, that's good for first impressions video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Joining the Discord can let you come in and voice act your favorite characters in Lobo. Right now we have 2 people who like to show up and it's been a blast. Becoming a member could get you your very own nugget of your design choice. And, well guys, like always, remember, be good to each other. See you in the next video. Peace.